A 7 News alert. Tonight, a community honors a fallen police officer. A live picture right now of Denver Police Headquarters, where flags are at half-staff. One of the many signs of support for that respected officer.
She has a pride for this job unequal to anybody that I've met.
And a 7-year veteran of the Denver Police Department. We have team coverage of this developing story, beginning with Don Champion live at District Police Headquarters.
And Don, Selena Hollis is the first female Denver cop to be killed in the line of duty since 1981.
And tonight she's being remembered as a woman with wisdom well beyond her years, a woman who died performing a job she truly had a passion for.
At 8:07, we lost one of our finest.
At Officer Selena Hollis's District 2 office, words were hard to come by. Emotions high as fellow officers shared stories, struggling with the new reality that she's gone.
She has a pride for this job unequal to anybody that I've met.
The silence and grief at times could only be cured with the embrace of another officer. Pictures of a bright smile show why family members called Officer Hollis the light of their lives. Her light, a 12-year-old daughter she raised on her own.
I know what it's like to lose a parent. I lost mine at age 34. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be 12 years old and lose my mother.
Officer Hollis moved to Denver from Detroit in 2005 for a better life and to escape violence there. When she joined DPD, she was an instant leader. This photo showing part of her role while serving as president of the Black Police Officers Association.
She was about what she was supposed to do, but at the same time she was very community-minded.
And Officer Hollis is giving, even continued in her death. Her organs were donated. A fundraiser is planned for this Sunday at Eden in 5 Points. It's being organized by the group Girls Pushing the Button, Councilman Albus Brooks. We have more information on that, and also a fund that's been set up at the Rocky Mountain Law Enforcement Officers Credit Union on our website, thedenverchannel.com. We're live downtown. Don Champion, 7 News.
Very sad. Thank you, Don. And Officer Hollis's funeral will be held this Saturday at the Denver First Church of the Nazarene on Hamden, and her final resting place will be at Fairmount Cemetery near Lowry.
The Call 7 investigators confirming that 3 hours before Officer Hollis was shot, a number of officers assigned to the gang unit were pulled away from City Park to respond to a gang-related shooting at 33rd and Hudson. One person was shot in the face there, but survived. Call 7 also learning Officer Hollis was one of 6 off-duty Denver police officers working the City Park event. And there was no sign of tension or trouble when the gang unit officers were called away. Officer Hollis was shot just as the Jazz in the Park concert was wrapping up near the City Park Pavilion. 7 News reporter Amanda Koss shows us officers were trying to break up a fight, and then there were gunshots.
From ducking to rushing. Crowds directed away from gunfire. 7 News obtaining this cell phone video from a witness capturing the panic moments after the deadly shooting.
They said a police officer down.
Responding officers learning the victim, one of their own. The suspected shooter on the run.
Still armed with the gun, last heading towards the museum.
Armed with a witness description.
We got a guy with a gun over here by the entrance to the museum.
Officers find the man, the gun.
We got him in custody.
And a way out.
We need paramedics directed in here now.
All they could do was rush to where help was waiting. Nearly a dozen police cars escorting the ambulance to Denver Health. Soon learning their fellow officer didn't make it. Amanda Koss, 7 News.
Tonight, 21-year-old Roland Oliver is in custody without bond for investigation of first-degree murder.
And 7 News obtaining this Facebook photo of Oliver. We've blurred his face until after police do a lineup. The Call 7 investigators confirming through an experienced official familiar with the juvenile court that Oliver was charged with a weapons offense in 2008. We also found he was arrested on a drug charge in 2009 and cited earlier this month for driving without a license and driving under restraint. Stay with 7 News and thedenverchannel.com for continuing coverage of the death of Officer Selena Hollis and the ongoing investigation into what happened.